Yeah, all you have to do is sit up, look left, right, up and down. Hey, big guy. Hey, little guy. Can you tell me what's inside? Sorry, but I don't know. We are simply natural. We present you with a gift. Welcome to our special paradise, where it all comes down to just one little thing. Love.
Listen and you'll hear the heartbeat of a universe teeming with force. See all the forms and the faces of nature taking its course, and feel all the wonderful motion flowing through things far and near. Nature will share her secrets when we are ready to hear. Energy, these are a few of your faces, glowing in timeless places, bringing our lives new graces. Energy, there is no living without you. We must keep learning about you. Now is the time to find how to. Energy, you are profound. You make the world go round and round. You make the world go round. You make the world go round. You make the world go round.
Thank you, Energy. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you being here. Thank you to Dr. Feelbad and Marcus for the stream streaks. Marcus says, Mikey, check out... Oh, wait. Next song's going to play if I don't stop it. Stop. There we go. Got there. Marcus says, Mike, check out Beverly Hills Cop on the PS2. Gersman called it the 9/11 of video games. Okay. I'll do that. The 88 box, thank you for 34 months. He said, I ran into a situation today where... to help where I thought an animal escaped. Truly thought I was going to die. Luckily, it turned out to be a practice drill, but I didn't hear the drill part. I'm exhausted from the adrenaline spike. Geez, what animal did you think was going to kill you? Now I'm curious. Well, I'll help you calm down with some nice, relaxing Overwatch where I won't get mad at all. The African painted dogs. Oh, I've seen those in Animal Kingdom. Just gonna play some Overwatch today. A new character is out. I did like a deathmatch with her, but nothing crazy. Brothers may join later if they are able. But yeah, I guess you may fire her. Does this character even playable in comp? I assume I shouldn't be doing comp games. Barrel Wolf, thank you for 5 months. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have you ever stayed at Art of Animation Hotel? Going with my family last year, and we were staying in Little Mermaid room, so the hotel seems a little too on the kid side for me. Everybody loves it online, though. I have not been there, personally. But yeah, everyone does like it a lot. You get the Skyliner, which is great. The pool is well-liked. It is definitely like more, it's very in your face with the Disney stuff, but I bet it'll be nice. It's good to have Skyliner. Also, those like all-star resorts with those food courts, those are actually kind of amazing. Alrighty. This is the new character. I think it's it's S-H-I-O-N. Is Shion? Shion? I think it's Shion. I guess they'll say it in the game at some point. Shion. It's funny because this character, I think, both looks kind of generic in that, like, you know, clearly doing the Japanese cyberpunk thing, but also looks really good. So, fine. Her kit is really cool. You'll see. What's nice about having Fire Hair here. All right, Fire Hair. You can play with me, but here's what we're going to do. We are both going to heal up as damage, and you're going to let me be the new character. So diabolical. I'm too unranked for now. Can you even play as her unranked? I don't know. But yeah, she's pretty cool. I don't know. Does she have any cosmetics? I do like right now there's a nice even number of heroes here, so the hero select screen looks good. Hi, Chris. It took me a really long time to figure out why you were mad at me. And then I'm like, oh, they had a gameplay trailer for the new Street Fighter character. I never said they weren't going to make good characters that looked fun. But it wasn't mad at me. You screamed, ha ha ha, get fucked. All right, fine. Not mad. Whatever you call it then. You were mocking me. You were celebrating my defeat, old man. Oh my god. So, says, yeah, believe it or not, the motorcycle is not her alt. Just throws the motorcycle at people as a normal ability. And her alt is like, yeah, her alt's really good. She's a neat character. What are my daily challenges? Win a game, we'll see about that. I guess we could, do... Which one's where we just all run around? That's skirmish, deathmatch. Let me just go to practice range even, I'll show you some stuff. I think she might be evil, call me crazy. I'm getting that vibe though.
Pain is mine to master.
Especially, yeah, kind of these dual rifles, shoot like that. Pretty strong. For a right click, it's just kind of like rapid fire. Bit of a cone to it, but mostly just a rapid fire. The shift is just a movement ability. You get some overhealth when you do it, so it's movement and a little bit of defense. And then the E, this is the motorcycle, so yeah, more movement, and then you can shoot it out like that, which is really neat. You can even jump and really aim it. So that's wild. And I like that her kit's not too complicated. I feel like there was a while there where I think they got away from it when every new character had like 5 abilities and it was kind of over-designed. So yeah, watch, I can like jump. Then you get this like second to aim the motorcycle. That's really neat. Try to charge up an alt, or where's that thing that just gives you the alts? There's somewhere. So, you get like 3 of these charges when you're in the alt. You can launch forward and do a kind of mini death spiral or do one in place. Let's basically get like 3 mini death blossoms. Can she wall climb? I'd be shocked if she could. She seems pretty powerful already. No, she cannot.
Nobody wants you here. Now I have their attention.
So far, I really like the characters they've added since the kind of big relaunch. I think the next one's going to be another mecha character, or at least that's coming relatively soon, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, it's got some, like... It pushes people, too. You can maybe get environmental kills with that thing. This one here, you gain all the other damage sub-roll passives. That seems pretty good. Not that I remember what all of those are. Thank you. I'm glad you liked my talk to a joke. That's a pretty good ult. Sextuple kill. And our fun character, you know, largely just shoots things with some fun abilities. I think those are always good characters. You can hold right click to get it tighter, more accurate. I had no idea. Thank you. Whoa. Okay, so you don't have to get as close in as I thought. Well, that's wild.
Tell them all it was me.
Wait, to use tank? Oh, let's at this point, let's wait it out. It said 3 minutes. It's fine. It's my brother's time anyways. It's fine. Besides, if you're a tank, I may not get to play the character. Chris is reinstalling the game because he uninstalled for 4th and forgot. Good.
I control your end.
Oh, jeez, that's kind of nasty. Is she just cooler Reaper? Hey, but she can't really flank quite as hard as a Reaper, I'm imagining. Geez, that's nasty. She definitely has good movement. I'm trying to tell. I think, is this just straight up hit scan or is it just fast? I'm not sure. Reload's fast too. I saw the Adventures of Elliot reviews drop. They're like good. They're definitely good. Nothing earth-shattering. It is kind of like a thing people complain about. Is sort of what I'm a little worried about is that, you know, it's like this, the story and the dialogue is not really incredibly interesting, despite it being there. Hey, Lexi, thank you for 24 months. Hey, Lexi, you got your Mike McQuanchy badge. Congratulations. What do you mean Overwatch is a new character? By the way, I'm trying to beat Xenoblade 1 again. Why do that? Jesus.
Tell them all it was me.
You know, there's nothing wrong with trying to play through one of the most overrated RPGs of all time. I mean, it's a 7 out of 10. That's fine. See, you have little faith. We're in there.
Choose your map.
These are interesting choices. I say dumb shit like that. I say dumb shit like that. You who think that the Final Fantasy VII Remake has a bad battle engine. Xenoblade Chronicles, all three of those games' battle mechanics are awful. Let's see. First you put him into this stance, and then you have another character put him into that stance, and then you put him into this stance, and then you do the fourth stance, and then you can actually deal damage.
Pain is mine to master.
I'll get up no matter how many times they knock me down. What's up?
Shots. Everybody, shot. That's a new character, babe. If I'm healing, it'll probably be Juno again. Yeah, first light's good stuff. Good to see a bucket. Yeah, I remember Xenoblade 2. It's just a lot of, like, just constantly use your cooldown abilities to charge the super move and then do that. Honestly, Xenoblade 3 is kind of similar. Who's behind us? Oh, shit. Thank you, cat. So far, so good. Yeah, someone's got to push this thing. Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Interesting.
Scorch the sky!
Fight's really all the way over there, huh? Yeah, as long as there's no one to stop me here, it's fine. Alright then. Good work, I guess. Whoa.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Shion.
Yeah. Oh, they're both almost dead. There you go.
Personality duplication complete. Finishing them off. I'm so far
Yeah. I got my ult. He's got her ult. I'll just wait for the next team fight. Yeah, they're using all theirs now. We'll use ours on the next one. It'll be fine.
You've ruined them before. What's up, everyone? You ruined them again.
That's good. Guess I could have ulted there. Maybe I should have. I think we're fine. Maybe not. If I ulted, I probably just would have also died anyways.
This time, I'll just kill you
Yeah, it kind of worked out. Yeah, it's worth. Kind of forgot which one was the charge and which one wasn't. Push the payload. Push the payload.
I'm survived much worse than that.
This character is fast. Somebody's around here.
What's up? Bring it on. Watch here.
Damn it.
Hi, Mike Zors.
Hello, Chris.
Eh.
I'm playing the new character right now.
To die by me.
This is really
Yeah?
fun.
You good?
Oh yeah.
I know nothing about her. I haven't seen a video or anything.
Oh baby.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
All right, everyone's doing good. I'm here.
I really wanted to play Bond, but you're making me play
Yeah.
Overwatch.
Usually tag me to play games.
I do usually.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Now that you play with all your new friends instead of your brother.
Fire her?
Yeah, exactly.
I could kill her.
Oh, this person has a bike? That already seems OP.
Repositioning.
Guardians are losing 4-7.
Is it the Brewers are playing?
I'll just
Yeah, Brewers. Dan was at the game yesterday. He's going tomorrow, too.
My friend Dan.
Yep, I texted him, assuming he was there. And I was right.
From behind, yep. Damn it. Their echo has been good. Oh boy, she's ulting.
scorch the sky.
Babe, you can play Overwatch anytime you want. Once you get good.
Yeah. Oh,
Not joking. I'd love to
that's
play
the only reason why
Overwatch.
he lets me and AJ play, because we're so good.
Yeah. Oh, damn. That was strong. Alright. Kill him! Ah! There we go. Oh boy, we don't have it? Damn. Good healing.
Nice move.
Screw it. Good job, Cat. Alright. I give that one to healers and fire hair, honestly. I was mostly just flailing around there at the end. She can't do the Akira slide per se, I don't think. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. It's fire hair.
And the person's on fire, too.
Yeah, she's really neat. Yep. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Let's see if Fire gets a thing.
Yay.
Oh, I got a drop for watching this game. I didn't even know there were drops. How about that, everybody? Drops are on.
Yay, give me drops. Should be in your party now. Well, Christian's with us too.
Look
Nice.
at that. All right.
Gotta get Edge Guy in here. He's coming, I think.
At some point. All right.
I'm just doing all. Because
Yeah,
I'm a team player.
What the hell? Yeah, she's really fun.
Something new for every character. Did you buy the battle pass?
No, I didn't finish last one, and I don't know. Just looking at it, I don't see anything too crazy I want. I feel like it's better to just, like, at the end of the season, buy the battle pass if I want to, if I got enough tiers, right?
Right, yeah.
I mean,
There's
this,
things
like,
people want.
I don't know, what is this? Like, Summer Sombra. That's alright.
The premium skin that you get just for buying it's nice for the bow and arrow lady, whatever her name is.
Freya? You mean the crossbow lady?
Yeah, crossbow.
I think. Easy enough. Whoa. They made Teacher Domina.
Select a map.
Nice, nice. They know what they're doing, I guess. Mike, you think I should buy the Yoshi game for my kids?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's actually really good. I think your kids will like it.
I bet Abby would really like it.
Oh yeah. It's cute.
They've been obsessed with the Mario Galaxy movie.
Flashpoint. What roll do I? No, where are you? Ha! Damn it! Centrism once again ruins everything.
Stop sitting on the fence. Pick a side.
Yeah, pick a damn side already. God. All right, it's time to be this character, but not be as good at it as Fire Hair.
Try.
The fire in my heart will never burn out.
Get AJ in here, we'll just have a 5-stack.
How can you experience
Yeah, Stu gone.
cute little rabbit?
Easily.
What do I do again?
You have such.
I wrote credits on the Yoshi game last night, but there's still a lot more to do after credits.
Like stuff that you would actually do? Or
Yeah.
are you done with it?
Like, stuff I want to do at some point.
What if you
Oh, nice.
That's not right
good.
away.
if the
It's interesting enough to keep playing then.
Yeah.
proved with the stroke of a knife?
Oh, well.
People are really still talking over there.
Got a lot to say.
Yes, It's Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay,
Whoa.
good.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh no, I got it. Oh, my flower stayed.
Hit my limit yet.
Behind us, new lady.
Fuck.
Me.
Okay. I might be alright if I never see another Roadhog hook in my life. Thank you, Teddy Barrack, for 10 months. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, good job. Roadhog. Roadhag.
You gotta wonder how many times in your life at this point have you been hooked.
Oh, I don't want to know. It's got to be thousands. Ooh, nice fire here. Good job. Oh no, they got you. Well, the turret probably burned you down, huh? That's not fair. Oh boy. Oh my god. I was out there for a second. My bad. What's I got? Hit by this Shion thing. Christian got some. Oh, turret. Something. Christian, no. Ooh, you're not dead. Not that. Alright, we're gonna be able to get in there. Ah.
Oops,
Maybe not. Yeah, it's alright.
Ah,
Whoa, no, Chris, that fight's done.
yep, I know, I know. I did it thinking we were good. We were not.
Yeah, I hit them for a long time. Look at that. Good job. Good job, Christian. Oh boy.
Taking the point. Don't leave me hanging. Feeling warm yet?
Okay, they're going around. Oh, never mind. Look at us go. We got one.
We did it.
You better watch out.
Good job, us. That's, where's the point at now? Oh, over here.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
No heading to the point.
I'm with you.
There.
My ultimate ability is charged. I'm taking the objective.
They're hungry for a fight. Let's give them one.
Vermilion Ascent is ready. Let's strike together. Looking toasty.
Roadhog's on the point. Damn it.
That's all you got? Out of my way!
Woo! Nice. Good all, Chris.
Yeah.
The tree is falling. Take care.
Yeah, Fire Fan Lady's a ton of fun. She's probably my new favorite, like, flanker style character.
Which one? The fire girl?
Ayn Rand, yeah. One I am. Ow. Oh, and we're at 99%. Alright, we can regroup.
I'll do it properly this time.
Hello. You have my thanks.
Oh boy. Maybe not my best dive.
Time to step up my training regimen.
Damn it. Ah, no. Yeah, that sucks. Run, Chris, run.
Try.
You're good, you're good. Look at you go. Look how alive you are.
Next,
So alive.
flashpoint.
That's annoying, we lost that one. Oh well.
Come to me.
Okay.
Greetings.
Hi.
Your capability has not gone unnoticed.
Enemy turret ahead.
Are they?
By me, Christian. Christian and I.
They're almost here. I hear them.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
Oh, sorry, Christian. If you got hooked, I'd do it.
We're... Oh, okay, coming back. There are people on the...
Congrats.
Get them away from the objective.
Oh boy.
Our numbers are low. Careful.
No, I'm not gonna waste that ult.
Another's kindness.
You got the Ana.
Out of my way. Enemy turret up ahead.
Turrets are annoying. Damn it. Oh, I set the turret on fire. That's fun. Oh no, dang. Oh well. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
Whoa, whoa. Get off of my swamp! Yeah,
Okay,
no.
I mean, it's not like he was going to be here soon.
Yeah, I don't like the flashpoint maps much, Christian. That's the risk of, So it's all requeue. That's the risk of the
Epic.
random map.
Pure class.
I should get you in the practice range if you want to try that new character, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. The new character is the one that looks like a cyberpunk character. I'm healing this time. Chris or Christian will be the new character, you'll see.
I will.
Well, you two are the damage type.
Good, Christian. You could do it if you want.
Lichong. Power. Bit Reaper coded. Christian-
I haven't even practiced with her, so I'll quickly try to.
Yeah. Thing to know is that you can hold. The one thing I didn't know, you can hold down the right click to kind of focus it a bit. It's sort of your
Hold the tightness
damage,
spread,
yeah.
okay? Damage.
You get 3 charges to either like dash and do a little like mini Death Blossom, or just like do it in place.
Okay.
And then when you're on the motorcycle, you can shoot it out at the end. If you jump and shoot, you can kind of aim it. You can try that right now.
One more mission, huh? I'm in.
Thank you so much, Blaze and Noah, for 2 months. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
They'll all be dead soon.
You try your motorcycle?
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. And, you know, we shoot people.
The health. Oh, you restore health while riding too.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Keep calm, keep slide.
Oh, nice. How that kill somebody? Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh my god! Just like perfectly dancing around this statue of fire hair so I can't heal. My bad. Oh, great.
On point.
Okay, fighting them with fire hair. Oh my god, I'm missing so much. There you go.
I gotta get this person.
Oh boy. There we go. Thank you, Zerum, for 9 months. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You got a hype train going. Do appreciate it.
Oh, almost had you.
Domina has arrived. Job done.
Or you have a decent amount of range. You don't need to like really run in there.
They came straight at me.
Okay. That's good. Oh, damn it. Really? Big Biscuits, thank you so much for 6 months. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She's from space. She's still afraid about Earth's atmosphere, so she still wears her space helmet. What? Jeez. Just melt. Oh, I have my ult too.
Claiming my share of the objective. Stay out of the horizon.
Yeah.
Best round lost.
All right.
She seems fun.
Yep.
That's good for her.
Score 0-1.
Now what? Maybe someone else.
I cannot help but wonder how our base lost contact with Liu Chang.
Sure, switching would help. Yeah. Guess I could try to boot people.
We're here to be heard.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Juno looks great.
Capture the objective. Come on, fight me.
Hey, look at that. Good job, Chris.
Yeah. Die. The motorcycle is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Big boot.
So if somebody's on the point.
Sword lady. Ah, she's close. Nice.
Deal with this one. Do be careful.
So they're coming from behind.
I spotted a foe.
Yeah, other side.
Watch out for the hook. Behind, there's a somebody.
Sword lady in the point. Close. Nice.
Nice. Jesus, Chris. Look at that.
Oh, I just got an achievement too. Wherever that.
Bet you did.
Yeah, that I just kind of ran in there and hit the button 3 times. Good to go.
Not much I could do about it, huh?
Serve by design.
Damn it. Man.
Just freaking pooping on him.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's always,
I like her.
whenever I play Lucio Buckets, I was like, alright, this guy's still in the game.
Score
Still does his thing.
2-1.
Still seems to work.
Yeah, I like Lucio. He's a fun one.
Or so I guess I may as well still be Lucio.
Doesn't matter how many accidents you cover up. Rio won't stop fighting to keep Vishkar out of our home.
This is your attempt at resistance. Huh, I hardly noticed.
Ooh.
Got him. Got him good. We.
All
Success
that matters
is
is
a
what we
mindset.
do here. So let's win this.
Behind you. Pristine construction.
Louder this time.
But rather noisy. Double
No one's taking the point. I'm on you.
Oh shit. Jeez.
Let's kick this off.
BPM.
Light into being.
I am rising high. I am ready to activate the sound barrier.
My ultimate is prepared. This ends the
That was close.
Serve by design. Now. They're taking the objective.
You know, Lucio ult still helps against that new character's ult.
Let's get loud.
Divine perfection.
The Reaper must. Oh, never mind. Don't have Reaper.
Oh,
Away from them! Oh, never mind. Still got him. Thought that was gonna be cool. Damn it. Oh, God. Not the power of Italy.
someone do against such reckless hate. Oh boy.
Never mind. Get it back for a moment here. All right. Regroup.
Get them off our point.
Kill me quick, thank you. Kill me now.
Yeah, we got Reaper ult.
It's gonna be a top hit.
Well, hello. I value your dedication.
My ultimate is ready.
Behind me now.
Let's get loud.
Can't be a mess up. Like a gentle rain.
Trying to. It's gonna ult Christian so he can do it. Oh. Got boop, that's fine.
Good.
Need to win one team fight.
We got this. Good, we good. Some lady coming.
She's too late. Nice.
We won.
Look at us go. It's you, Chris. That's when you probably killed everybody with your ult.
I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just clicking around, hoping for the best.
It worked. Not much I can do, jeez. He even interrupted your third one.
Still got him.
Epic.
I'm voting for fire since Christian bragged in chat about carrying the shit out of the game. I think we won as a team, personally.
Yeah, did pretty well.
No point in false modesty.
Good job, there, Christian.
Good job. You're tired. Somebody. Just a second. Cancel. Did you win in Jedi Moss? I was getting that sense.
Where's the hatch guy?
He's probably the kids. All right.
Ooh, Jedi Moss. Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Now we're gonna win for sure. Every game. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, 8-4. Guardians losing. Come on. Da, da, da. If you guys haven't listened yet, I feel like we had a pretty good 90s Disney episode for our half episode this month. Ranking the top 20 things in Disneyland. Not ride specific or anything like that, just in general. It was pretty fun. Some good arguments were had, as always. Let's see. Mark all is seen. Is May? I like May. It might be May if I'm damaged again. Pretty fun. I just get worried that Mike's going to yell about my bad walls. Not that they're ever bad, but Mike will not like them regardless. I mean, you know Corn Dog Wagon is somewhere up there. Everyone loves a good corn dog.
I like corn dogs.
Don't worry, Mike. I'm just promoting our 90s Disney
Good
episode.
work. I'm going to drink one of these weird Great Lakes beers made to celebrate a local university. Yeah, right. All right, why not?
One more of those is mine. Don't drink mine.
You left it here. For mine now.
I know I did.
You also left your cooler here. You do that a lot, surprisingly.
You know, so I'm tired. I want to leave when we're done.
Apparently.
Choose your map.
Periciosa. I'm healer again. Chris for healing. Big responsibility.
Oh, good. Good. You could choose your first healer.
That's going to be Juno.
I finally got some medicine from Dad for this cough I've had for 2.5 weeks.
Good. You got it looked at? Make sure you don't have lung cancer or something.
Maybe I have bronchitis. Or lung cancer. Maybe it's lung cancer. Yeah. That would suck.
Yeah, that would be bad. Part of me wants to do something crazy, like play a Bruges or something. I haven't done it forever, but I know it's gonna go poorly if I do that.
This is hard in this level.
You bought a Dreamcast because of Grub and I? Good.
So yeah, I heard some of that. Is there some fancy Dreamcast Grub bought?
I just bought one that has one of those those weird disk drive things where it just kind of has all the games on it already.
Oh, okay.
How many keyboards did it cost?
Your Super Station yet? Whatever it's called?
No, I don't know. He's gotta come over, see if he can get a signal. I think it might just be broken. I think it's a new one. We'll see. I'll have AJ come look at one more time. Merry Christmas.
I love when there's Diva when I'm Zenyatta. Just keep my orb on him.
Yeah. I love out of season seasonal emotes and stuff.
Oh, of course. This is the first year I didn't really mess with Junkenstein events. Do they still have that?
I assume they do something. I am.
There's that guy, I think. Or maybe not, never mind. Messaging us? He said he's out tonight.
Fine, we have a full stack already.
We got the new girl behind us. coming.
Hey, don't worry, I ran away.
You're a coward.
Something like that. Eat shit. Alright.
You were in my flight path.
Oh my gosh. They're behind you, Jedi Moss. Guy in this room behind us.
There we go. Alright, we killed them all.
Yeah, they're dead.
Pushing the barricade. We are close to achieving the lead.
Oh shit.
Oh, you stupid motorcycle.
Welcome to orbit.
I can't hear you guys over there.
Oh boy.
Careful, Chris.
I'm just getting an orb on.
Yeah.
We'll achieve it next
Okay.
time.
Run away!
No, you're toast. Coming, coming, coming. Get out by her. Sorry, I couldn't protect you more.
Oh my gosh, behind.
Yeah. Oh, good job.
Damn it.
Pretend that did not happen.
Oh boy. There's more of them here than I thought. Damn it! I got stuck on the freaking door. Is the Game Boy Color different console compared to the original Game Boy? Is it just an upgrade? I used to be really team, it's a separate console. I still kind of feel that. No, I don't know. You gotta go either way. Doesn't have a ton of its own games, but definitely has like way more than, say, a DSi, you know?
You really took a hard stance on that back in the
I
day.
know, back
though.
in the day. You know, we can all change.
Yeah, we all grow.
It really messed me up when Nintendo did a separate NSO for it. But John?
Just had you. Damn it.
Stay calm, Juno. You can do this.
So fishing week is next week, is that right?
That's correct.
And are you putting the merch out during fishing week?
No, I was going to do it in 6 months.
Well, I was gonna say you should do it like a week or two before, so people could wear their fishing.
Well, that's not
during
happening.
fishing week.
Yeah. You know.
Someone should have been on that, I think.
Well, look, I was told the fishing week's happening. I got it as fast as I could once I found out we were doing fishing week. All right, all right. You want to do it? You want to be in charge of our merch?
Yeah, sure. Pay me.
Rather be in charge of that than our healing.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Diva's got a constant healing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all right. We got him right here, right where we want him. Damn it. Oh my god. Gotta touch the point. You're kind of pushing it in. Get the fire here. You can win. I believe in you. All right, here we go. To the win now.
To the win.
Yeah, we can't exactly make a fishing rod, I'm afraid. I wish.
You're the product, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really work like that.
300 of them. Just buy a bunch of kid ones and put a giant bump sticker on it. Oh my gosh, stupid racing.
I don't. What would an Overwatch ride be like? It'd probably be like, oh boy, probably bad. They'd probably overthink it. Like they'd be like, it has to also be kind of like a video game, and it'd be terrible. Look at us go. Alright, let's just never lose again, and we got this. Those fucking pillars, man. Oh boy, that's a lot of ults. Good try, good try. It's fire hair again. Fire sure gets a lot of these. This week does feel long. I agree. That's me.
Voting for Jamas.
I did too.
Uno mas.
No, the beavers have left me alone lately. I've been safe.
I saw somebody else recently got 101% in Donkey Kong that you liked or retweeted on.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another sicko out there.
They did it just for fun.
Yeah. What, you weren't having fun?
I kind of was, honestly, yeah. Wow, that's fast. New map.
Let's do that one. Neon
Right.
Junction.
That's right. Is this a reworking of Hanamura or is it something else? I don't know. I miss Hanamura. I miss a lot of the 2CP maps. Yeah. Alright, done the NSO. I haven't tried the NSO one yet. I should just see what the frame rate's like.
Pain is
Look at this, what are we in, a movie theater? Something? Yeah, movie theater lobby.
Remember what we're fighting for. What are we fighting for?
Waifus.
That there's hope.
No, waifus. I'm playing as a robot that they gave breasts to, okay? They're fighting for waifus.
Oh, that's a robot, not a person?
Yeah, I'm a robot. No, my PlayStation, or my Super Station's not been fixed yet.
Not yet.
It's a Gundam. hitting me.
I must recharge. Hold on. Salutations.
Yeah, we did it.
Be nourished.
What are we carrying? A casket? What is this?
Objective A captured.
Battering ram, maybe?
Love killing people with motorcycles.
How dazzling. Activating defense. Enemy over here.
Ooh.
Mini Mustafa Solo!
Oh! This is all.
Okay, I'm almost stuck in here. Enemy Mouse, thank you for 33 months. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Elvis have my ult. Ah. Ow. Ow.
What's that?
The arrow. Yeah, get him. Jesus. Pretty good. Just rush him down with that motorcycle.
She's behind us still. You? Oh boy, I'm toast. Whoa, that was a big ult from her. That was a big one.
Yeah, we've got 5.5 minutes to get this across the finish line. If we regroup, eventually we'll have enough ults.
No, their presence won't hold me.
Volatile creation. Activating defense. New step back. Serve my designs on the skin.
Not good.
Ah, damn. Yeah, we're starting to stack. We'll have like 4 alt Cs at once here. We can just win once we do that.
I won't be humiliated.
Ouch.
Oh, I got an alt or a achievement. There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Oh no.
Right.
Didn't feel it. Try again.
That's not good.
Do you think making all those noises will make you play Overwatch better? Probably not.
Misery may crafting a barrier. By design.
There we go. Nice. Look at us go. We win.
Yeah, there for a second, but we got it.
Am I a fan of Fanta soda? Not particularly. Haven't had a Fanta in a long time.
Don't you?
Whoa!
Combo?
When they give Domina that caution, Jesus! They actually got a Marvel Rivals caution in this game.
Oops. Little crossover.
I'm sorry, Fire. I think I'm gonna vote for their Domina.
Legendary.
Put some bunny ears for the hell of it.
You got a lot of votes for some reason.
Long overdue.
Yeah, did you see all the bathing suit skins for Marvel Rivals?
More? Or new?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
a beach theme. All right, I got one more in me.
More? Chris, it's not even
I'm-
10:30.
Yeah, but I want to play Bond.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Gotten to play that much of it. I played so much Forza Horizon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It was hard doing the driving stuff and the training for Bond because I was so used to Forza.
Go to landslide, take me down.
Oh no. Christian, you could be here if you want.
I'm never Kiriko. Everyone else is Kiriko all the time. What does she do? Teleport to an ally. Throw protect trying to make allies more.
Okay.
Cleanse both. Okay.
Who should
Run.
I be? I'll try Freya again.
I'll find my
In a
own
while.
path.
I'll be this guy, Ember.
Who should I kill first?
That serum you retrieved is coming along nicely, Emily. You're rather useful when you care to show up.
Well, I'd hate to make your life too easy.
Defend with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
Carried on the wind.
Someone like behind us.
What the heck? Junkrat was behind.
Yeah, I got him. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, try to get out of there.
Time to get clever.
Get them off the payload.
I'm with you. Surrender to my will. Let the kitsune guide you.
That's a lot of ults.
I give to you. Be healed.
Oh boy.
That one's gonna hurt.
This thing heals through walls now.
Soothing your wounds. I think we're outnumbered.
Yeah, boy. Ooh.
My path doesn't end here.
Oof. Doing too great.
Kokoyo?
Payloads on the move. Intercept it.
I offer something more.
Under my protection.
Yeah. Get him, Chris. Look at that. There we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. We want to fight.
Surrender to my will.
Nice.
Right, I'm in a trap.
Like a gentle rain. Enemy spotted.
Right. Below you.
Enemy here. Buried on the wind. Let the kitsune guide you. Just needed a dash of mischief.
Damn it. It's late.
I'm with you. Death Kaisen.
Tactical goggles activated. Need help in my positions.
get back to it.
Surrender to my will.
Get them off the payload.
I think they got it.
No. Oh. One more good one, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, one more good one.
Can't
That's
end
fine.
on that.
I agree. Completely agree.
Can't lose the rat boy. Busy bunny. Look at you.
Yeah. Who else would it be?
No, you can shoot. Yeah. You can like shoot. I think it's like you shoot
Alright,
one
I'll
big
do it,
one,
man.
then 3 small ones, and 1 big one. It kind of keeps shooting.
That's what I did, wasn't it?
No, there was you shot a big one, then there was
Eh,
nothing. Then you
close
shot your
enough.
next. Oh yeah, I mean you got it for sure.
Epic.
Look at that, Christian's the MVP. Mike tried to backseat to play the game. Look,
I'm used to it.
I'm just offering a little tip.
I forgot what you said already, so.
Good. Where did I get this? Oh, I don't have it. I should have a lot of legendary skins for this character I don't play as.
You don't want to be the healing card lady?
I mean, I don't know. She seemed fun.
Select a map.
I always like want to play Blizzard World, then I never actually have very much fun once I'm playing it, but I still pick it every time.
It reminds you of Disney, of course.
Oh, I'm the tank. Oh shit.
I'm the tank now.
Look at me.
Bum, 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 bum. Are we damaged again, Christian? I'm gonna go back to Shion, if you don't mind. Try her one more time.
No, there has not been a Minotti Bros Mario Bros shirt. AJ too sleepy. Let's go to
Edge guy
go play
tired.
Overwatch.
He's probably just gonna play something stupid, like Anthem for 2 hours.
Yeah, somehow he's gonna find ways to play it.
Somehow he'll find a way.
That was really funny. The one time AJ was like the big like Anthem's good actually guy.
Let's tend to this quickly, shall we? Wasted time is
Rob was the OG of that, wasn't he?
Well, I mean, everyone thought it looked good at that one
Yeah, I
he
know.
played it at.
Right.
The world evolves.
You guys were talking about like I forget which podcast, but of like best like behind the scenes previews you've had at
Oh, yeah.
E3 or whatever. We had that one at the PAX that we went to for LA Noir. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
Face-
was early
facial
on.
tech.
Oh yeah.
You all thought it was gonna be the greatest thing ever.
Defend objective A.
activating defense array.
Ooh. That was like one of the first games I played in my apartment. I remember LA Noir. I remember actually liking it.
It was okay.
I enjoyed it. Oh, EP Idiot Box says he worked on it. That's pretty
Oh,
sweet.
cool.
You just said it was okay.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I'm not doing it.
They insult me at their own peril.
Okay.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Alright, I'm not really doing anything.
Objective lost.
Pristine construction. As little skill as taste. Mind the shards.
Oh shit. I really want to solo ult there. Get back.
My ultimate is almost
You
ready.
even get credit in the game? That's bullshit.
This cannot stain my record.
Coming. Think we can touch? No? No touch? Okay.
Freeze me, May. Back away.
Yeah, I don't know if that did anything. Nice, Chris.
That's good.
Oh, Jesus.
That one hurt.
No, they got rid of her one.
Now my true plan unfolds. Behind me now.
That's a big ult. Nice, Chris. Stay on the point. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
Another challenge completed.
Look at that. Oof, that's scary.
Perhaps still room for refinement. Hello. My ultimate is prepared. Almost ready.
Careful, Chris. Kind of just standing out there on your own. There you go.
I'm shooting. I can get away quick-ish.
That was that. Oh my god, really? May's behind us or something. There it is.
Damn it.
They must getting a lot of ults.
Yeah, right?
Alright, Conkers, that wasn't a good one either. We still got the one good one in me.
I felt good.
I didn't. I felt you
Yeah, I
got
know.
it.
Yeah,
It's not till I feel
Yeah,
good.
that was a good Sigma.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yep.
Barrier initialized.
I'm sleepy too. It's gonna be an earlier bedtime for Mikey's.
And we have a local bakery around here called Schwabel's. Been around for 120
Right.
years. Just announced today they're closing
Yeah,
down.
but bakery mean like they make bread, really. Like,
Yeah, like
No-
that's like the Youngstown loaves of bread you would buy.
yeah,
Schwabel's.
we wouldn't. Yeah, no one here bought Wonder Bread. We bought Schwabel's, and they're going under. Kind of weird.
We always had field trips there when we were kids and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
Crazy. It's like a Mahoning Valley staple. It's crazy.
Oh, I got loot boxes. Are you? Do you have to work on Friday?
Yeah. Yep. Friday is the dance recital. Don't forget.
I know.
In Newcastle.
Because his kids are in this dance recital thing, and it's very nice to see them. The entire dance recital is like 3 hours long, though. So
Well, they're both pretty early, at least. But then they do the
I
you
hate
know, the
leaving.
ending thing, but you
Yeah.
don't have to.
I know, but it's like
It's pretty cute.
they don't know I'm there unless they see me when it's done. You know,
Exactly. You gotta wait.
it's not really.
least
It's
it's
a
not
bit
that
of
really neat for
ballet, but
people.
it's all sorts of dance.
Yeah, it's like there's dance studios and stuff, but this is
Well,
a local dance
there's always the
studio,
summer one and
ballet,
the Christmas one. Then the summer one at least is a different show every time. The Christmas one, it's always
Yeah.
the same thing.
It drives me nuts.
It's always Miracle on 34th Street or whatever, and I'll be like, look, it's the real Santa. There, solved it for you all.
Jedi Mouse, you could be the new character if you want. You go ahead and pick first. Jedi Boss. Oh, they already picked. I'm just gonna keep being her.
Yeah, go for it.
One small step at a time.
This year it's Aladdin though. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's usually
It'll
at
be
least
Aladdin.
it's often a Disney thing. Plus,
Yeah, last year was Hercules.
Jungle Cruise or Jungle Book the one year.
Yeah, that's good.
The first time was High School Musical, which is a Disney thing I'm not actually that familiar with.
Yeah, it's cute because like my youngest, the 4-year-old, they have their own little gymnastics routine. That's adorable.
Yeah, they just go
That's
and
always
tumble.
fun. Bum, bum, bum.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Oh, we got a ball coming.
Oh, great. Chris. Yep. Oh, jeez. There we go.
Gonna die by the ball. Damn it.
Ah, what's happening? Oh, the ball's back. Like, why am I dying?
Be careful.
Oh no. Yeah, I got staggered hard there too.
No, I must not
Get away from me, ball.
support inbound.
Our enemies have oversteered the payload.
All these characters. Ball and hamster.
Oh, good.
Oh my gosh.
This time, I will succeed.
Hey, definitely just stole $9.99 from me.
Stole. You were paying for our services.
I can see you whenever I want.
They are targeting me. Let's take off. Welcome to Earth.
Oh my god.
You people, leave me alone.
I won't pretend that did not happen.
Oh, the ball's dead.
Supporting a T equals 0. I am blasting off. We must accelerate.
Oh my god. Not heal fast enough. Where's everybody? Interesting.
Wasted that all.
Have to go back out there.
Kind of. Maybe.
They outnumber us. Come to me for healing.
Let me put there.
Fire, you just really went
I'm
for it
shooting the
there.
ball.
Jeez. So let's all slow up, slow a little bit. There we go. Get that ball.
Oh. I got slowed down there for a second.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, nice. Killed a lot of them. Fire here killed a lot of them. Still alive, too. Watch out for the mines. Yeah. Careful, Chris. Don't just die.
I know, I'm trying to get a little close.
Panic. I am fine. Powering out.
Jeez, oh boy. Oh, good. Yeah.
This time, I will succeed.
Oh my god, I'm stuck in the corner.
I don't know, Chris. That one didn't feel particularly good either. One more.
I agree.
I'm just gonna queue his DPS. I want to beat Shion one more time. You gotta play the game when you're comp game. Ooh, you send me Vince. You can tell. Totally did wrong. Oh, are you guys? Oh no, you cannot. Look. Hey, I could have said something that entire game about our DPS not switching to like a May or something. We were getting destroyed by the ball, but I did it. But I did it.
I did think about it.
I didn't say it. I keep my mouth shut.
I thought about being Junkrat and using the...
Yeah, there's all sorts of counters to that character. And I'm gonna queue just DPS. Oh, my loot box is right. What's this? Oh, cool. Oh, hell yeah.
Everyone gets their +1.
What? The cute emote. See, here's where like you think about buying the battle passes when you know you would get a legendary loot box for doing it. What's this even? Business chic. Jesus. Somebody declined the role selection? Oh, we're not. Okay. Don't decline it this time.
Coming. I had Pete. It was probably me.
Oh, yeah. We're doing it.
There. I just accepted. I feel like if Dan would have done one more run today, he would have had it. One more would have done it.
Maybe. This isn't even a legendary skin. This is an epic. That's wild. Kind of wild for an epic. Business. Wait, I have Business Bunny? Did it come with... How did I have Business Bunny?
There you go.
Oh, great. Doomer Coas. They do a My Hero collaboration. K Schlenk, thank you so much for 31 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, I still would like to do Star Fox Adventure at some point. Maybe soon. Once my special VMU comes in, I want to do Code Veronica. Sleepy baby, Mike Minotti. He's a sleepy baby, I know. Oh crap, I'll get 50 points for this event when I play one more game. We all know what that means.
These are troubled times for Tokyo. Overwatch has promised to help us reclaim these streets.
I don't know why it's taking so long. We're still a 5-stack.
Right. Someone had to be DPS.
Doesn't matter. We're a 5-stack.
Eh.
We have an entire team here.
Vote for a map.
Havana.
Let's see. I like Havana. See the girl who voiced Lilo from Lilo and Stitch passed away?
I did. That's wild.
Crazy. 35.
Yeah, I thought it was even younger than that, maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, I want to be Healer. I should just pick Healer. I want to be Ash, but I'm scared.
Of what?
Not doing well.
No. You can not do well with all sorts of characters.
Yeah, but Ash is... Yeah, I'll be Ash.
You'll have a good ult at least, unless you don't throw it into the river.
Oh, I'm throwing it in the river. Bob loves a good swim.
Should we ambush them?
Actually, no, that's a different level.
Oh yeah, I forgot to have my fancy gun for Ash. I throw roses on the ground.
Like your summer Ash as well. Look, you go. You're ready to party.
A rose for you, my lady.
Mm.
5, 4, 3, 1. Attack commencing.
Shit. Run away. There we go.
keep getting them low, but we can't finish them off.
What's your excuse?
Almost.
Take everything from them.
Damn it.
Gosh.
Their presence won't hold.
Good pick. Push. Kill her.
Shit, I missed. Damn it.
Alright, I think I still got it.
Locking satellite sector.
Come
Oh,
on.
come on.
Get stuck on the fucking thing. Yep. Oh. Ah.
We're seriously not doing it. Oh man, that sucks.
We need to get the payload moving again.
Oh, that was coming with Bob. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, I keep getting.
Ew. Oh my god.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Chris, there's no one for them to fight but Bob there.
I know, but I word it was over. I thought there were more over there. It's bad. All bad.
Administered.
Yeah, their tank is dead. Here we go. Oh boy.
One more. One more.
I know. We're getting unlucky. We'll get it. No. Getting lucky or we're bad. One of those.
Play of the game.
That's killed us.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, at least I'll requeue all in case anyone else wants to try to be here. Really got where to drop though. You like playing as her? She's super fun.
Yeah, she's a good time.
We're seeing Toy Story 5 on Saturday.
Yep.
Okay,
Saturday at like 1:20 or something.
someone declined the thing. All right. It seems like the reviews are good.
Yeah, it's the lowest reviewed Toy Story, but it's still like a 93.
Reviewed? You mean Toy Story 4 reviewed better? Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
These are troubled times for Tokyo. Overwatch has promised to help us reclaim these streets.
Hoppers is great.
More than anything.
My kids love that one. We've seen that a few times.
Hoppers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Chris is going to Dollywood.
Yep, that's the plan. We for sure got tickets for the new Universal Kids Resort in Frisco, Texas. So that's happening on July 16th. And then on the way home, we'll be stopping at Dollywood.
I know this is a Gooner scan, but it's also actually one of the better ones I've seen in a while. It's well done. I've not played more Tether Geist yet. Team Boys says, Chris, I need to hear your opinion whether Mike would like Big Bear Mountain. I think you'll love it.
Oh, is that a
Dollywood
ride?
coaster? Yeah, must be.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what kind of, like, smaller coasters are there that you'll like. Apparently, there was some, like, I don't know what it is, but the, like, big new ride for the year at Dollywood was supposed to be open in spring, and it just got delayed to August. We're going to miss that.
Idiot Box says, when are you going to Dollywood? I can ask the head avian keeper about doing something special.
Oh! Well, it's going to be around July 21st, something like that. Because we're still have to finalize, like, the route home from Texas to Ohio.
Yeah.
But it's like the 20th, 21st, somewhere like there.
Just a bit before I'm going to be heading to the West Coast. Get ready for the mist thing.
I'm so excited. I've heard nothing but amazing things about
Yeah,
Dollywood.
jealous.
I'm pumped to finally go.
I got like doing so much travel this summer. None of it is to Orlando yet. At some point.
Yeah. We'll be going to Kings Island too on the way there. That'll be day one. We've been there before though.
Data 6000, thank you for subscribing for 16 months. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I can't wait.
Oh shit, I'm doing
Yeah,
it again,
damage
Chris.
is done.
Sorry.
Good.
Can't stop me.
Where are we at? Icon Wall?
Mm-hmm. Just, remember, there's a big choke point we gotta push past.
It might be Bastion.
Yep, not bad.
Because I have Lego Bastion.
Pain is mine to master.
Stick together. Let me take the hit.
Hello there.
Go to New Orleans, check out Roos's grocery store. Okay. I have my girlfriend pretty much in charge of what we're doing.
When do you leave for that?
Hello there.
It's pretty soon.
Next
isn't
week.
it?
Next week.
How long are you gone for?
Just a long weekend.
That'll be fun. I'm excited for you.
That
Somewhere
does.
we never really stayed at for a long period of time. Have you ever been there?
Nah, never been.
Living through? Nothing?
No, nothing. Oh god.
Nice, my George.
Nice try.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye. Oh god, I missed so much. Oh.
We still got this, maybe.
Man.
Did we get any ticks?
No.
Ah, revived.
I didn't kill anybody with that. Yeah. I don't know why I went after the tank. I should have found some other targets. Stupid.
Parts break. I don't.
There we go. There we go. Nice. Got Fire and Christian. Everyone else. I'm going to Swamp Tour. No, I don't like alligators. They kind of scare me. I don't know if I want to do a Swamp Tour. I don't like mosquitoes. I don't know. That doesn't sound too good. Go. Look out.
So they want to
Oh, it's
die
gone.
already.
Ooh, what is melting me?
Name the stop is shut your mouth. Oh god. And destroyed by Sierra. Damn it.
Oh, I almost had it.
I won't lay down and die.
There we go. Whew. Bet you know Origami shoes. What is that a code for? Ash behind us. Damn it. I think we're okay.
A few of them.
And they're back. Panhandling stuff, trying to trick him out of my fun.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Oh, nice, Christian.
So they want
Oh, nice.
Push it in, push it in. There we go.
Over here.
Yeah, I don't know much about this character's lore, I'm afraid. Oh, nice kills. Nice. Nice. Good stuff.
Cool.
That's fun.
There we go. A good one to end on.
Yep. Hard fought victory. It's fire hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Gotta. This weekend, gotta start up a new game here. I probably shouldn't. Part of me just wants to play Elden Ring.
Oh,
But-
you're gonna play Elden Ring again?
I mean, part of me
kind of
wants to
game?
do that, do it on stream, and like not use any summons or anything, and do a dex build. But I don't know.
You don't want to
Maybe.
do or wait till Switch 2 version?
I don't know. Maybe.
Gosh, I've been itching to play through it too again. Man, I love that game.
Oh my god, Christian's trying to stream right now. Fuck, Jesus, Christian's been extra mean to me lately. I don't know. I feel bad.
Better gameplay here.
I thought we were friends.
I'm gonna leave.
He
I don't-
yells at me all the time. I'm not allowed to have opinions of games that he plays more than me.
How do I leave the friend?
I'm done too. Don't worry.
Okay, leave group. There we go. I got 3
We
loot boxes.
foes. Thanks for the games, everyone. I do want to play some more Street Fighter 6 at some point. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody. Good stuff there. Then
That was fun.
that was fun. Oh, Kayla's playing Guitar Man. I do kind of want to read that. That's fun. That's on PS5 now. You should. Kayla. All right. Glad to kill everyone. Thanks again for hanging out. See you all soon. I mean, if the Elden Ring thing sounds good, let me know. But I don't know. That'll take up a lot. I don't know. I do want to wait till I get my magic VMU before I start Code Veronica in the Dreamcast. All right, once I had Kayla. Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Good night.
All right. Good night, Chris.